Hey you guys, what's up? It's RocketDust54 here, and welcome to my horror pack unboxing for the month of February 2023. So let's just get right started with it. I'm a little embarrassed to admit that I actually still haven't even finished last month's horror pack. I still have two of the titles left, but I still have like a Blu-ray stack this big of of movies that I still have to watch. Anyway, let's just get started. So the first one in here. Okay, so this is one I already have, unfortunately. This is actually kind of... Yeah, this is kind of new. I'm surprised that they would put something this new in here. I was gonna say, as I said, unfortunately, I do already have it, but I mean, I can definitely trade it in. And that is The Forever Purge, which, honestly, I liked this one. I thought this was pretty good. Really, I like all the Purge movies. I'd say that all of them are almost as equally as good as each other. I'd say my favorite is probably Election Year. But yeah, I quite enjoyed this one. I thought it was pretty good. You know, as I said, I find they're all pretty, like, equal in terms of quality. I thought that this had some really good creative ideas, like, in terms of, like, imagery, and, you know, it was directed pretty well. Yeah, I quite enjoyed this one. So then the next one in here... Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, yeah. Okay, this makes up for the fact that I had the previous one, because I don't have this one, and I've wanted it. And I could be wrong, but I'm not entirely sure if this was even released in Canada. So, the next one in here is The Fanatic with John Travolta. I really enjoyed this movie. This was definitely one of my top guilty pleasures of 2019. I really, really enjoyed this movie. This was directed by Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit fame. And this movie is like, you know, like John Travolta's performance in this is like really, really over the top, and he's like really, really funny. And it's just like, it was again, just one of my biggest guilty pleasures of 2019. I really, really enjoyed this movie. Now, hopefully this version of it actually has the scene where Devon Sawa plays Limp Bizkit in the car, because I think it was on Netflix, actually. The version of this that was on Netflix actually cut that scene out, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully this Blu-ray has that scene, but man, oh, I am really happy that I got this, because I've wanted this for a while, but I don't think it's been released in Canada, so that makes me very happy. Next one in here. Oh, I guess this is actually interesting. They did, so this is the HorrorPack exclusive. They did this... It feels like it hasn't been a year already. I feel like it's only been like a few months, but in a previous horror pack, they did this thing called Bad Dreams, which was a collection of short films from the Nightmares Film Festival. And that was, they put one last year, and it was like a bunch of different short films. They did that again this year of 2022. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it doesn't really say too much about, it doesn't really say too much about, like, exactly which directors or which, like, or what the short films are called. But yeah, that's very interesting to see, because they did one last year that was, like, a bunch of different short films. I wouldn't have expected them to do the same thing this year. And the last one in here is one I've never heard of, but it's called Open 24 Hours. It says, a paranoid, delusional woman, Mary White, has just been released from a mental hospital for setting her serial killer boyfriend on fire. Mary suffers from severe paranoia and hallucinations. Her boyfriend, James Lincoln Fields, is a brutal serial killer known as the Rain Ripper. He enjoyed murdering people and making Mary watch. After being released from the hospital, Mary's vulnerable demeanor aids her in obtaining employment at an all-night gas station. However, left alone to her own devices, her paranoia and hallucinations return with furious consequences. Customers and friends suddenly start turning up dead and mutilated all around her. So this seems like it's going to be a pretty fun time. I've never heard of it. What year was it? It says 2020. Yeah, nobody known as far as I know. But yeah, so that is the last film in here. You know, I'd say this was a pretty good pack overall. I mean, it sucks that I already had the Forever Purge, but still, the fact that the Fanatic was in here more than made up for that. So that makes me very, very happy. And hopefully the Bad Dreams and Open 24 Hours will be good. The first Bad Dreams that they did last year wasn't bad. I'd say most of the short films in that were pretty good. There was one or two that I didn't like. All the others I thought were at least good. So yeah, hopefully this one will be pretty good. You know, one thing I would really like to see in the horror pack is, I think they might have actually put one of these in the pack before, and I don't remember. But one thing I would like to see in the horror pack is for them to put like some of the VHS movies in there, because I'll be honest, I've actually never seen any of them, and I really want to. And isn't there like, I think there's like 5 movies in that series, and I think there's like a 6th one coming out this year, because there was the first one, then the second, then Viral, and then there was 94, and then there was 99, and then I think 85 is getting released this year, if I'm not mistaken, with Scott Derrickson actually doing a short for it, so that's going to be very exciting. But yeah, I definitely need to get started on this franchise. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this pack, solely for the fanatic. Honestly, I'm very happy that that was in here. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Subscribe for more content. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed, and remember, you guys, whenever dreaming bad things, say no to drugs.